Why are we leaning in? Okay.
You know what this fit was? Sorry, I'm just talking about. Okay, should we say hi?
Should we begin or do you want to say something?
No,
okay.
let's,
hey.
You know what this is giving right now?
What?
You know, like in America when they do like actual TV, not actual TV shows, when they have like an audience, this is what it feels like. Right
Yeah,
now.
it kind of does feel like that. I feel like we're going to have the fake clapping and the fake laughing.
We need signs. Clap.
Laugh. Please. So
maybe it's been a while.
It has been a little while. It's
not
been a
mega.
while for us, but not a while. It's only been a week, really.
Yeah, true.
We went on holiday.
We did. I feel like we were kind of foreshadowing this holiday for so long, throughout the episodes.
Yeah, we were.
Back in our iPad days.
Oh my God, the iPad days. We went to Tenerife, Mia's hometown.
Very fun. Home stake.
I have a video actually. I was about to say I have a video of you speaking Spanish, which I do, but I also have a video of me going, me no speaky Spanish.
Is it when you cut the pizza?
Yeah, while I'm cutting this 4-cheese pizza that had blue cheese on it. And it was disgusting.
You know what, actually, I've just realised. I actually have, because I put it in my journal.
The notes.
I've got the
notes from the holiday.
Maybe we go through the
my God, let's go through the notes.
Uncontextualised notes that I wrote down.
No context. Uncontext.
Whatever you want it to be. Right, this is in no particular order.
Emma doesn't know either.
This is in no particular order.
Okay.
And you know what, actually, I was reading these out to Joel and Bailey the other day and I was howling reading them. I was like, oh my God. But like, you actually just don't get it if you weren't there.
Yeah,
you just don't get it.
Us foreshadowing the most boring episode you'll ever listen to.
No, it's funny. But also, as a start, it was your first ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was my first ever
time.
Well, not my first ever time on a plane. I went on a plane when I was like 4 or 3. And I don't remember. And it was only to Scotland, so it doesn't count. But yeah. But I fainted on the way there.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
I need to write that down. I forgot about that.
Yeah, the captain, the pilot
was whack.
Plane driver.
Oh, fuck's sake.
The pilot was really like, because I thought I got nervous because I was like, oh, I'm not a good flyer. But then the way back, I was like, oh, this is so fine. But the way there, it was
hell.
I was in and out of consciousness for a second there. I just collapsed on me and she was like, are you okay? And I was like,
I actually had no idea what to do because I was like, I don't know whether to like call someone. Yeah. Because I was like, I've still got like 3 hours left.
Because I've never actually passed out as far as I know. I've never actually fully passed out before.
Point blank?
No.
Really?
Well, I think.
Fine.
But this is
you wouldn't remember
How
anyway.
do you know if you've actually passed out? Because what I think happens is my ears like do the thing where they pop and then I feel really hot. And then I feel like I'm in a fishbowl. And then I close my eyes and it feels better. And then I open my eyes and I'm like, that was weird.
Fine.
But how are you supposed to know?
I guess if you could have like gone unconscious for like 30
seconds. But I kept breathing
seconds.
the whole time.
I don't think you stopped breathing. Me when you just die for like 10 seconds.
Do you not like...
No, you used to keep breathing. Like when you pass out, like when someone faints, they're still breathing.
At a regular pace as well. Well, maybe I did pass out then. But basically, I was watching that documentary, the new one on Netflix about, what's it called?
I've not seen it. You've traumatized me. I will never watch it.
Don't watch it. My horrible, awful American family drama, something like that. And basically, I am going to spoil it, so don't watch it. Not that you'll ever find it, because I don't know what the name is. Basically, they were talking about how the wife and her father murdered the husband with a brick. And they were talking about like strangulation and stuff. And I was sat in the plane and they were like, they showed the brick with a chunk of his head on it, with the hair and the blood. Like there was no body but they just showed the blood splatters and then they showed this brick. I think that was the beginning of the end. And then they started talking about strangulation and she was talking about like struggling to breathe. And then I'm like sat on the plane and I was on the inside and Mia's there and then there's another lady and then there's the aisle and then I'm looking out the window and down at the ground and realising like I'm in a tin can in the sky. And then that was, and then we also, that was it really.
To be fair, we did have Aperol Spritz as well.
We did also have, we had just had a drink.
Yeah, which went everywhere.
I did draw your eye though while that was all happening.
And we played Battleships.
We played Drafts.
Same thing, same difference.
Drafts or Drafts?
It was like chess, but like easy version.
With a T.
Drafts. Why is that so hard to say? Anyway, Mia beat me, even though she never played before. Humbled.
8 down.
Grandma did not teach me well. What the hell? What the hell, Pauline? Yeah, then we got there.
Yeah, and it was just horrific. Like the the pilot was just whack, like so bad at
So,
driving.
see,
'Cause
now
I
I'm
hate
like-
taking off anyway.
Yeah.
So I was trying to stay calm for you, and I was literally like with those bags. Like,
Mia
the
sat
bag.
there squeezing my hand, shitting herself, and I'm like, la la la, shh, I'm filming. La, la, la,
with your
la, la.
camera. Oh my god, the
Oh my god,
digicam.
and the digital camera that got like gin all over it and is now broken.
Yeah,
But the SD card survived, so we still have the videos.
so funny. There was one really, really interesting day. That was that Tuesday, the boat trip.
The boat trip. We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Let me go
save that.
through.
But that was that day we called Sod's Tuesday.
Yeah, Sod's
For a
Law is the
reason.
new.
Sod's
did we
Law,
mention
but-
Sod in another episode?
Yeah, we did. I
Fine.
think so because I wanted to know what Sod was.
Yes,
Didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to know what that was. But
Sod's been with us a lot. We also have this theory that like we need to just shut the fuck
Yeah,
up and
yeah,
stop
yeah, yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Because we're actually talking everything into existence.
Into existence.
Anything we talk about, literally in secret conversation. It's
Yeah.
like we have to do this when we talk.
yeah,
now.
we
'Cause
just speak
everything-
with our mouths shut recently.
Yeah. Do we just have to do this?
People listening to the pod like
Just we have to just like get our brains to just like sync up because there's no more talking
we'll Bluetooth
anymore.
connect.
So
Sod's Tuesday.
the first thing on here is bringing Chinese to the club and tackies.
Oh my god! So also, can we just
That
begin
whole
with
night.
Tenerife clubbing scene?
Veronica's strip.
Veronica's strip
Stay
in
down.
Tenerife. I have never been so overstimulated in my entire life.
There's so much going
Just
on.
like imagine like you're sweating through crevices you didn't know you have. Your dress is like clutching to every single inch of your body because you're dripping. Your hair, which was clean when you left, is now looks like you just
On
got
your
out the
back.
shower, freshly wet or out the sea. So now it's up in a claw clip. You basically just look like shit. You're walking down the strip. There's no, so the promoters stand outside every single club and basically like just verbally assault you until you go in their club.
literally, they're like, can I've got a great deal for you, and then it's like the exact same deal as. next
Although,
door.
can I
But-
just say, I know you said that Tenerife measures are crazy.
Oh yeah.
But like I think this will blow people's minds if they've never been, because I was
Yeah.
shook. So the deal we got on the first time, I think it was the first night we went clubbing, €10, which is essentially
yeah.
£10,
Yeah.
which when you actually think about this is crazy. A tenner, right? A £10 note. Bear in mind a cocktail in England is what, like £14 in London. A £10 note, and this guy gives us 4 shots each, and then 8. Was it 8?
It was 10 altogether.
10
5 drinks each.
5.
and a
So
fish
5
bowl.
doubles and a mixer, and 2 shots each.
2 shots each.
and a fish bowl for a tenner.
Which we never claimed. We
Which
didn't get that
we didn't
far.
get the fish. We didn't need that fish bowl.
We didn't need that at all.
But that is an
Yeah.
insane amount of alcohol for that price.
Even the
and
measurements
they
as
do.
well.
The measures are they. The
you
first
remember-
night we went to this restaurant and Mia's mum's friend got G&T and your mum got G&T, and the lady that ran the restaurant had a bottle of gin, poured like probably half a gin glass full of gin, and then there was just a bit left in the bottle, and she just looked at it and went,
Like
and
she just brought.
finished
She
off the
didn't even
bottle.
do it in a shot thing. She just
No,
she
no,
just
no.
brought the whole bottle to the table and just started going.
no
click, click,
speed
click,
pour
click, click.
either. Like
so funny,
insane,
Yeah.
insane.
So here's the thing, right? We were the big night out was meant to be on the Saturday, and we got there on the Thursday.
We weren't
and
supposed to go out on Friday. It just sort of happened.
It happened because we went to go see a drag show,
Yes.
which is so cancelable.
Oh my God.
It was so funny though, but
it was.
It
But
was
to be fair,
something
the first thing they said at the start of that drag show was literally, if you want politically correct, you should leave.
Yeah.
Because like if
Yeah,
you're going to
nice.
get offended, then just walk out now, because it's not
walk
going to
out.
be politically correct.
Yeah.
But like it will be funny. So
it was hilarious. Like they were throwing bread at the audience
oh my
at
God,
one point.
She dressed up as Mary Poppins. No, not Mary Poppins, as the bird lady from Mary Poppins, and started throwing loaves of bread at the
Like,
audience,
physically just
lip
throwing
syncing to feed the
bread.
birds.
It was so funny.
And then the audience started throwing it back, and then she got really pissed and started
Yeah.
crawling around. Oh my God.
Although they did
It
it
was
very
chaos.
cleverly because there was like a meal included, and they got everyone really drunk, and then they started the show.
It was smart,
It was
actually.
really smart.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember half of it, but I had a great time.
No, because they did. So they did. We had our starter, and drinks, and then we had more drinks, and they did a pre-show.
Yeah.
And then after the pre-show, we had more drinks, and then the rest of the meal, and then more drinks, and then they did the show.
Started.
So by the time the show started, you're not really
Absolutely
even sat on your chair anymore.
Yeah, everyone's, yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was just so convenient that where the place was that we went to was right next to
the
Veronica's. So I can't even remember how, I think I was just like, oh, we'll walk past it.
I think you said you were going to show me it, yeah.
And then we ended up in there.
It's not really the sort of thing that you look at.
No.
And also, that being the first time I ever went, when that guy said that deal, I was like, well, yes.
Yeah. And it's also because you walk past it and it's all
and
open.
it does look fun.
It's all open. You can like hear the individual
no
places'
entry fee.
music. So you're like, oh yeah.
There's no entry fee.
Can literally just go in
There's
and
no
out.
doors. There's no front doors on any of them. Well, I guess there must be at some point when they close. But like, it's
Possibly.
all open plan. You can just literally go club and then you
But
can walk
another
from
club.
that club into the next club without even going like back onto the street. Like they're all connected.
But it's like when you hear the music coming out, like you can hear every individual bar's music. So it's like, how can I not go in and have a little boogie? You can't not.
We were dancing though. I enjoyed that we were dancing. We made friends with that. Well, not really friends, but there was one club where we danced and no one else was dancing. Like, they weren't dancing like us.
They didn't train for 3 years for nothing. We did.
And we were like in front of the DJ booth. And I remember
I was trying to
there was
convince
one
the
point
DJ.
and Mia was like, I've just said to him, if he watches us now, how we're about to dance is how we will dance if he lets us behind the booth. So go, ready, go.
I was like,
we're
pretend to be a
popping
backing
full
dancer,
purse.
quick. And like me over, bear in mind this DJ booth's got glass because of people like me. Because of people like me convinced that I can be a backing
We
dancer.
were
And I was like,
literally up against like the fishbowl glass. Like, can we come up there, please?
Literally. Play milkshake.
He's looking down at us like, oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
literally.
It's so much fun though.
Funny. It was so funny.
Wow, that was a spiral and a half.
That was, yeah. But
Back
that's
on
just
track?
context on Veronica's a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we just say about Sods Law on a Tuesday and then we say about the final night.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
How we ended up there again. Again. It
Again.
literally sucks you back. It's bad.
It does.
But it's funny.
I could see how, because you used to tell stories about when you were younger, and I used to be like, why is this 9-year-old an alcoholic? But now I get it.
Because it's not like clubbing. It's
And they
just
don't ID
like,
you.
No.
You just walk in.
Oh, they don't care.
There's no bouncers.
You could be a child.
You can walk in. You can get drinks from the club that's giving you the deal. For example, this is what we did a lot of nights.
yeah.
So like a lot of nights we went 3 nights actually.
Every night.
But you can get your deal, right? So let's say we've got our 5 billion drinks from one, and they tally it off on a piece of paper, and like you show the bar staff, and then they like cross off every time you get a drink. But you can then cross off your drink, get your drink, and then just walk to the next club and take that drink from that club into the next club and buy no drinks at that club.
Yeah.
And then after you finish that drink in whatever club you end up in, you go straight back to the original club and get the next one.
Yeah.
So you don't actually spend very much money,
No.
and there's no entry,
And everywhere's walkable.
and it's open till like 5 a.m.
or scooterable.
Oh my God, and you cut your toe.
Oh, I forgot about
And I
that.
stitched it up in Subway. I was like, and the Subway people are like, no hablo español. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Plaster, por favor.
I literally walked into Subway and went, plaster, por favor. First aid kit, por favor.
I don't even know how I did that. I stepped down.
The way they were so disappointed in my attempts. I was like, por favor. And he's looking at me like, do you want a first aid kit? I was like, yes, please.
CBA. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. But the whole
She
chunk
literally
of my baby
stepped.
toe
Oh
is
my
still
God.
on that stairs.
She
It's
stepped
still
down off a
there.
step. I turned around. I don't know why
It's
were we
'cause we had
climbing on that
heels
wall.
Oh, hard to
How did we get there? I don't know how we got there, but I turn around and Mia takes a really gentle, slow step down off of the wall and then just keels over and it's like, my toe. And I look at it and there's just like a pea-sized chunk of her toe is just gone.
I'm like,
and
what
it's
is it like?
bleeding like all over her heel. And she's like, is it bad? And I'm looking at it like, no, it's so fine.
It's still there.
it's just about there.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, that was the first night.
Well, at least I didn't need stitches.
Yeah.
Unlike
oh my God. So Sod's Law on a
foreshadowing.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Do you want to begin?
Yeah, go on then.
Where do we...
I felt weird that whole morning. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's because you were hungover though.
That'll do it.
Aggressively.
No, on the...
I think you were.
possibly. We did drink
Yeah.
every night. We had one day
Was
off.
that the one where you woke up still drunk and then became hungover later on in the day? No, that was the last day. That was the final day.
Oh no, I
Ignore me.
must have been hungover because the boat was rough. So basically, for context, so we woke up. We had this boat trip booked for Well, I should have asked when the boat was actually booked. Because
What
allegedly,
time?
my mum just said, we need to be picked up by this.
Yeah, so the boat trip was at
bus.
2:00, actually. Like, we left
Was it?
on the
No,
boat.
it's at 1.
No, it was at 2. We got on the bus at 1, I
Oh.
think.
No, we got on the bus at 12.
Fine.
Because my mum,
Riveting
all my
podcast
mum had
conversation,
said.
folks.
My,
It was 1:00. No, it was 2:00.
no! But, because I just remember all my mum said was, we are getting picked up by this bus at 12.
Fine.
And I don't think any of us we didn't even ask any more questions.
No.
We just said, okay. So we woke up early. We woke up at like 9 to go to the market, which was kind of a success.
Oh, yeah, we went
low-key.
to the market.
Yeah, we got some nice
Forgot.
jewels. Got mine's broken,
I'm not
but we
wearing
got
mine.
matching anklets
Yeah,
as well, which
mine
was nice.
also broke.
But like also waterproof.
Yeah, they actually are
kind of a
waterproof.
gag. But we went to the market. It was just a bit like hot and
The market was overstimulating,
moist.
and it was... I had really bad sunburn from the day before.
Oh,
There was just like
yeah.
bad energy in the air, like bad juju. What was I saying? We get back to the flat. We made some sandwiches, just about got them down,
Yeah.
and then got changed. Oh yeah, and then we were very, very rushed because we didn't realize we had to walk up to a friend's house to then walk to a bus, to then get on the bus. But by the time we got on the bus, the vibes were better.
Yeah, they were
We
good.
were feeling
yeah.
excited.
Just a bit hot.
My toes were like blistered.
Oh, yeah, from the flip flops.
And my sunburn was hurting, and like it was really hot that day. It was like the hottest day we'd had so
Yeah.
far. Like it was
It
warm.
was moist.
And then we get on the bus, and little did we know this bus was actually going like a normal bus, rather than like a coach straight to the boat. It was like going to every single
House.
house
It
and
went to
hotel
people's
in
doors.
the area. Like it picked up like one person at a time
We literally
until
did
the coach was full.
The tour of the island
And
via bus.
Mia sat there in recovery position next to me, like head in hands, and her mum's like poking water through the crack of the seats in front of us, going, "Do you want some water?"
I had
She's
really
like,
bad
"No."
car sickness.
She's like motion
hell.
sick to like shit, and also bear in mind we're about to get on a boat. And she's already got motion sickness on the bus
It was actually
that we were
hell.
on for an hour.
The bus driver was whack at driving. We got some bad drivers.
Yeah,
this
we had
whole
some bad
trip.
drivers. And then we finally get there, and then we meet Jackie. So for context, we went to Tenerife and we stayed with Mia's mum, and then Mia's mum has a friend called Kath, and then Kath has a friend called Jackie. So that's
And they
the
live
gang.
there. They
The
live
girly
there.
gang. Yeah, they live in Tenerife.
Yeah.
That's the girly gang who are going on the boat trip.
Sangria and paella pending.
Sangria,
That was
paella,
the s-
food on the boat, swimming
fun,
with
yeah.
seeing the dolphins, and then going swimming.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Like it was so much fun. We get on the boat. Within seconds, Mia's like, not
I think it was
okay.
when we were stood in the line waiting to go on. I think I like looked at my mum and I was like, "This, I just know this is not going to end well. I'm feeling fragile. My stomach is really not okay.
Yeah,
but I'm going to brave it anyway."
You were quite.
I should have just
shellish.
not. I should have just not. We basically then got on the boat and there's like this like meshy like thing in the floor
There's
that you
the
can
one,
sit on
you can
right
sit on
at
like
the
the
front.
hammocky thing in the
Yeah.
front on a cushion.
Yeah.
So the water's like underneath you,
And you can have a really good view.
and it's a great view.
It was really good.
and you can lay down and sunbathe at the same
Yeah.
time, which I thought you would love. So I did elbow my way to the front for that cushion. I basically
And as we
ran onto
should.
that boat.
Period.
But that was the plan.
Yeah.
Jackie said to me, no, Kath said to me, she was like, "Get your elbows out." I said,
Yeah.
"I will."
And
Anyway,
it was good seats, to be fair.
It was great seats.
Yeah.
I don't think Mia opened her eyes, but
No,
the
it was
view was
literally
good.
all I remember was we got out there and it was like I just remember you being you were
Yeah.
so glistened eyes, loving
Oh my
life, looking
God.
at all the sea, like oh my
It was
god, I was just like this.
amazing. I literally POV. I'm sat completely upright on the boat like this, looking out at all the dolphins with my camera filming, and every now and again I go, "Wow!" and I look over and Mia's like,
I couldn't even look. I didn't know where to look because everything was moving. And I was just like, and I was looking over at my mum and she's just trying to hand me the sangria, and I was like,
and then I get up at one point. I'm like, "Do you want a drink? I might just get like a Coke." And then I get up there and I see the sangria that's on tap, and I'm like, I'm obviously going to get a sangria. So I come back with 2 sangrias. Obviously, the boat's like this. I'm like, Mia, I have sangria. And she looks at it and she's like,
and I also because
No.
I'm such a I'm a professional tanning queen, I would say. And so I take my tanning seriously. I hate tan lines. So the bikini I had on, the bikini
forgot
that I
that
had
this
on was like really thick straps. And like, okay, yes, I'm about to throw up off this
This
boat,
was
but
so
I'm
funny.
not going to get some dumbass tan lines. Like the fuck, who do you think I am? So I like tie my straps like around. So it's like a bandeau. But it's a triangle bikini,
But like
right?
also it was clutching. Like
was
that
clutching.
bikini was hanging.
It was literally
on.
grabbing onto my skin like this.
I don't even know. It was just friction that was keeping it there. I don't know.
It was just pure luck.
Yeah.
It was sod. Sod was looking down at me for once and going. Anyway, so then I'm like about to chunder, and my mum is like, "Okay, go to the back of the boat. Like you need to just like go and sit there and put some water on you or whatever." So I'm like, okay, all right, let's go. Anyway,
Yes.
so I'm like, okay, can you help me put my straps back up so I don't just like flash a tit? Anyway, I don't know.
to just sit
I
up
literally
without
just went
the
like
straps.
this and just went, and my whole boob just fell out. And there was a couple literally next to us.
Bear in mind, like in relation to where we're sat, we are here sunbathing, watching dolphins, whatever. Mia's full boob out, and there is a person here, like a man and a woman, a couple
Just, like,
right
drinking
here,
their sangria.
and the way they shamelessly both made full eye contact with your nipple probably and just literally started cackling, like they didn't even pretend that they didn't see it. They
Yeah,
literally
it
went
was so bad. And I just had to be like, sorry, like, woo. On a sightseeing trip after all, I guess. You know. But anyway, I then proceed to get up, and you know what? At this point, I was like, I'm gonna pass away, so I don't even care.
I
at
literally
this
know,
point.
but when I went up to get the sangria, it's so much worse when you're like trying to walk and it's really, because as soon as I stood up, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I got that sangria and sat down quick. And when your mum was like, just come back to this, I thought that's going to be so
But
much
to be
worse.
fair, I went up to me going up to the driver of the boat being like, I'm gonna be sick, and he was like, okay, and he gave me a flannel to put on my neck, and I was just sat there like the waves, just staring. I didn't know what to look as well. I didn't have my phone. I was just staring at the floor like,
I'm convinced. I
perfect.
did try and tell you at one point, but it was falling on deaf ears. But I was like, if you sit and you look at the way we're going and you watch the waves, because that's what was helping me.
Yeah.
Because I felt a little bit queasy.
Because I tried
but
that.
it was the way, like, you know, if you're on a surfboard, your brain is aware of exactly what you're doing because it sees the wave and then you feel the wave, and so it.
Yeah.
So like that was my mentality, was like, if I sit here and I watch that there's a wave coming in a minute, we'll go up. Oh, we're going up now. We're going like, so therefore I wasn't feeling sick, if that makes sense. Because it wasn't coming out of nowhere.
I tried that because I remember you saying that, and then I think that was when the dolphins were behind us, so I was just sat like this, but it didn't work.
No, the dolphins
dolphins were
so
cute, though.
cute. There was a baby. I don't think you saw. Did you see the baby?
No, I did see.
You did.
At that point, I was just like this.
It
So
was.
it
quite
was the
funny.
only thing I was
She was on her
looking at.
tummy, like head
probably
hanging
didn't
over
help.
the side of the boat.
But yeah, so anyway, so then we dock up, and like the captain basically made an announcement, was like, anyone who feels sick, like, get in the water. And like I knew that anyway because my mum had said, and I was like,
Get in the
right,
water.
armbands on, let's go, goggles on, wait. And literally it was almost instant. I got in, I was like, oh, life's worth living again. I feel
It was
pleasant.
amazing. Jumping off.
Yeah.
I've never done that before. I've never like jumped into the sea because I've never been on a boat far
Yeah.
out enough that I could jump in.
Yeah.
And like you could go to like, so you could either climb down the little steps and sort of gracefully get in,
Perch in.
or you could go to the like front of the boat and jump off the deep bit and then swim around to the front, which I did, and it was so
Straight
much
down,
fun.
in your goggles.
In my goggles, yeah. I will never show anyone that video. It wasn't sexy and it wasn't Instagrammable because I had little boys goggles on that are green and blue.
No, but they
so
ate
no
that.
one
They
will ever
did the
see that,
job.
but it was so fun.
Yeah. Until.
And then, oh my God. So POV, I've just jumped off the deep end and I swim back round to the front and I'm getting up the steps and I'm like, you know, like when toddlers are like, I was like, I'm so excited, I'm going to do it again. And your mum was like, do it again. I was like, I will. And then I'm climbing up, and as I'm climbing up the steps, Jackie's walking down the steps. And I see her, and I'm convinced your mum was like, no, she's a really confident swimmer, but she was biting her nails like this. And she looked nervous.
Yeah. It
She
was
just-
quite choppy as well.
It was a bit choppy, and like there was a lot of kids, there was a lot of people in the sea. She looks a little bit nervous, but I obviously didn't think anything of it. And then I'm going up to like go straight back to the back of the boat and getting Mia and being like, jump in this bit, it's so fun. I have the video. We are about to jump in. We're holding hands. We're holding hands, and your mum's like filming it on my phone, and then you just hear this like. It was just
like
this
a belch,
guttural
yeah.
scream from the front where all the people are from the other bit
The
of the
back
boat,
of the
from the back
boat,
of the
yeah.
boat, where you like crawl down, like where I've just seen Jackie, and it didn't clock at this point. And we're about to jump in, and I'm like, wait,
We're
who's screaming?
literally like,
we're in the
why?
video. We're like, who's screaming? Why are they screaming?
Because we thought it was a shark.
I at this point, I'm convinced someone's being attacked.
Yeah. We were like,
It was the way she was screaming was so scary.
it's so, yeah.
So we stop, and we're like, maybe. And your mum goes, I just don't think I should film this. Stop the
I'm
recording.
not going to film anymore.
And I was like, yeah. And then we're sort of stood there, Like,
everyone's trying to figure out, because
which,
it's like happening right at the back of the boat,
and
so it's
obviously
like you can't
everyone on the
see.
boat has flocked, so you can't see what's going
Yeah.
on in the sea.
And then
But
that
the
one
screamings continued.
that one lady comes and she's like, somebody's leg, you can see the bone, and we're
Yeah.
like, fuck, we're in the
at
middle
this
of
point,
the sea,
we're like, what the fuck is going
happening?
on? And she's like, you can see the bone, you can see the bone, and everyone's like now panicking
yeah.
and like freaking out, going, what has just happened? We don't know what's going on at this point. And then me and Mira stood there, and Kath, who's Jackie's best mate, is like sat down on the boat having a drink or whatever. Me, Kay, and you were just sort of stood there. So Mia's mum, we all just stood there chatting, and then I go, where's your mum's friend? And Mia looks at me and goes, what's her name? And I was like, sorry, I don't know her name. What's her name? And you were like, Mum, where's Jackie's
friend.
where's Kath's friend? Where's Kath's friend? And it was, this moment will stay with me forever. And your mum goes, oh my God, it's Jackie. And we literally,
So I'm not laughing.
No. It was like, it was
Yeah.
honestly so shocking. She goes, it's Jackie.
Yeah, it was
Turns to
literally
Kath,
like-
she's like, it's Jackie. And we
Yeah.
all leg it down the other end of the boat, and Jackie's being pulled out of the water by this, I think he was German or
Yeah.
Dutch guy, pulling her out of the water, and she's howling like a banshee,
screaming.
and pull her out of the water, immediately wrap. I don't
Yeah.
think any of us actually saw it.
Everyone was like, "Oh, any dry towels, any dry,"
Yeah,
because
so
also
they
we are
wrap-
in the middle of the ocean.
There's no
there's
like
no
first.
one.
Why was there no like? Was there a first aid kit?
Hard to tell. No, yes, I did see them whip
Really?
out some
Okay.
teeny little green thing. Don't
Brilliant.
know if it did much.
That'll do
but
it.
hey.
But and they wrap her leg up in white towels, which was also stupid to
Yeah.
only have white towels, because then she sees
the
all
blood,
the
and
blood
it's
going
just
through all
like-
the white towels,
Yeah.
and is now like panicking, and she's an older lady, so it's obviously also really scary, because now she's going in and out of consciousness. Luckily there was a nurse on
Yeah.
board
Thank
who's
God.
like
She was really
Jackie,
good.
Jackie, open your eyes, look at me, because obviously if she passes out, it's that sort of age where it's like, oh God, please don't pass out, because
Yeah,
we don't know
and
what will
there's,
happen
like,
if you do.
People putting water on her face.
There was a
like-
bin bag like ripped, and they're holding it over her because she's like hyperventilating.
Yeah, and the sun's just like
the sun's beaming
on
down.
her.
There's no shade.
Yeah,
So then they call an ambulance, and
we literally just
we
go. The driver's like,
yeah. Bear in mind, at this point also they've brought out the paella.
yeah. They were. We were literally docking to jump in the water and then like have
Get out and
paella.
have lunch,
And-
and it's all
yeah.
there. They've put out all the food, and
there's,
she's
like,
just
30
laying there under this bin bag with her bone out. Like, you actually couldn't write it.
And
You
there's like
couldn't write
30
it.
other people, including kids, just like
Yes.
stood there
Oh
like,
my God! And there was a 4-year-old boy that watched the whole thing.
yeah.
I felt so bad
And
for
like
him.
so then they'd call the ambulance, and like also there was like calm people, like the lady who was the nurse,
Yeah,
and then there was
the nurse
another
and her
really
friend,
good
two
lady,
Irish ladies.
and they were really calm with her. They're really good.
Yeah.
And then there was like the
Oh my
captain just
God.
was like having a minute. He was like having a hissy fit, like
Yeah.
really panicking. I just thought, you're not
You
making
need to be
anything
calm
better.
in this situation. And there was also a Spanish lady who was touching her toe.
Yeah, and she was like,
She was like,
"Don't
"Can I
touch it."
demonstrate? Give me your foot." She's like, "Bear in mind, this is Jackie's leg."
Oh,
Lovely,
POV.
great leg. And there's this Spanish
Put my
lady
toe.
not speaking English, literally like this with her toes.
Yeah, and she's like, no,
And she's touching it. And Jackie actually didn't notice for a while, because I was sat near her and I was thinking, does she know this girl? But I didn't want to say anything, because I was like,
Yeah.
maybe she does. Like, I don't know.
Hard to tell.
And she's like touching her toes and wiggling them, and I thought, what is this girl doing? And I was
This
like,
little piggy
but then,
Sorry.
but then I'm like,
sorry.
maybe she's also a nurse and she's checking she's not broken her foot, or like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, she was just having a
And
little
then
bit of foot
Jackie
time.
just gets like a gust of energy and sits up and goes, "Stop touching my foot!" and
So
screams
funny.
at this girl. And then like everyone's like, "What? Why are you touching it?"
Yeah.
She like leaves. Anyway, so then we go back to shore. Bear in mind, it's been like
half an hour
half
at
an hour to
least.
get back, and they've called the ambulance while we were out at sea. We then travel for half an hour. We get back, there is no ambulance.
We're literally like at the dock
Anywhere.
like this. Where the fuck are the ambulance? And like no one seems to be phased. All the people who are in the dock, no tea, no shade, but like all the people who are in the dock are just like having a cigarette. Like,
Oh my God, it
yeah,
was actually
like
really
it was
bad.
so fucking bad. Anyway, so then the ambulance then
But then
come.
also, can we talk about when the
Go on.
ambulance did arrive? It was hilarious. I saw them. They literally had to like, they were speaking to the people to get into the dock. There's one of those car parking things, and they're like parked up, no lights on, no siren, parked up like leaning out the window. I'm
So
like, are you
bad.
actually for
No,
real?
no
You're an ambulance for a
hurry,
reason.
yeah.
Like if I was that ambulance,
Best believe.
best believe I'd be there. But like, and then they park up, and the way they sauntered down the little boardwalk thing to get on the boat, that angered
And they
me
just got
to
on,
my
they were like,
core.
hola. We were like, someone, Kim, there are people dying. Like,
Oh my
she's
God, it
literally
was-
passing away.
Yeah. And then they
Yeah.
put her on that stretcher and she's like,
Yeah, and they're trying to get her
Oh my
downstairs.
God,
it was just a whole thing.
it was like
yeah.
one of those things where we then went to go get lunch and have a drink afterwards. And
Naturally.
no, but as in like,
Well, we didn't get the paella. We were all just
we didn't
a bit
eat, and we
shook
hadn't
up.
eaten that day yet because we were obviously
Yeah.
expecting to eat. And then
And also while we were parked up waiting for the ambulance, because obviously like also there was so many people on this boat who had also paid for
I
the
felt
trip.
so bad.
The captain is literally like, anyone want paella? And everyone's literally stood there like watching
Everyone's like, I've just
Jackie
seen this
being
lady-
like taken on this stretcher, screaming still. She's still screaming. And he's like, paella, come on, take the paella. And we're all like,
everyone's like double blinking in silence, like,
yeah.
I'm not hungry.
So then, yeah, in like a hurry, because basically Kath then had to go with her in the ambulance, and me,
hospital.
Mum, and V, we obviously just got all the bags and like Kath's bags and everything. We, in a hurry, we just shoved everything in. So we're carrying these massive, huge lugging bags. Like our feet are disheveled in our flip flops. You can
God.
barely walk.
I was running against the hot thing because I'd rather burn the bottom of my feet than walk in
Than
those flip flops
those
because my like
flip-flops.
the camel toe of my foot is like blistered to hell.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
scab.
I absolutely cannot put a flip flop on my foot right now.
So we're like walking with this. Also, bear in mind, like Kath, she had gotten this like huge, like a cooler bag of just like.
So much vodka and so much gin. Even though there was alcohol provided, but she bought more.
But she's a diva and she only wants to drink Grey
Hey,
Goose,
no
and that's
shade,
okay.
good for her. But like,
And Slimline
so then
tonic.
we obviously have to carry it because she's gone to hospital. So we have to take all
Yeah,
her
so
stuff.
we've got this like big ass cooler bag with like, because also when we'd gotten on the bus, she was like, it's fine because it'll be like less heavy on the way back because we would have drank
because
it.
we would have drank it, which was great hypothetically.
Yeah, but
and
now
smart.
it's just still full
But
and
it-
heavy.
yeah.
And yeah, so then we were lugging it all, and I think I was the one with the beach bag
Yeah.
with a cooler bag inside of it, and I was just like, it just started dripping, and I was like, why is the bag dripping? And we were
Yeah.
like almost to the place we were going to get lunch at, and then I was like, oh fuck, it's
And your
definitely
mum
something in
goes,
there.
there's no electronics in there, is there? And we were like, I've got my phone in my hand and you've got your phone in your hand or in your pocket or something. And we're like, no. And then I'm like, my camera. And my camera is literally like, if you imagine the bag's tilted a bit and there's a puddle of liquid right at the bottom, the only place my camera obviously on Sod's Tuesday would be is in that deep puddle of G&T in the bottom. It's just there like blop, 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 blop at the bottom. I was like, brilliant. So then we finally get to this restaurant.
I'm on the search for rice.
Mia, we order our drinks and our food because your mum goes, we have to laugh about this. Let's have a
Yeah.
drink and just laugh because like what is there to do?
Give me a margarita. Give me 7 of them.
And so we're waiting for the food to arrive, and obviously Mia knows Tenerife better than me, so she sets off on a mission to go just find a box of rice, and she comes back with a box of Uncle Ben's. We just go because originally we get there and we immediately ask the waiter in Spanish,
Yeah.
"You're like rice, por favor?" Like raw rice,
Yeah.
raw. How
He was
do you
like,
say
I
raw?
don't have any,
Como se
that's-
dice raw?
Okay, Spanish, Latina mami. CBA.
Which they obviously didn't have.
Yeah.
So then, so POV, we're all sat there like disheveled. My camera's in a box of rice on the table.
We're all just a bit shook up.
We're all a bit shook, but then we also had a drink. So then we're also laughing.
Yeah. And then my mum was coming out with the most like,
Oh my god! And then your mum came
barbaric
out with the
quotes.
quote. What was the quote? Oh, everything tastes better on the third slurp. Pause. Everything was what she came up with.
in context, please.
So basically, my cocktail was a bit like not for me, and that was what her line.
I thought it was
back.
a bit bold because you tried some of mine, and then you were. I was like, "What do you want
I
now?"
don't
And
know
you were
why I
like,
thought it was like.
"Yeah."
No,
you,
I was about
you
to
were
say
like,
something
Just
and
get
I'm
me
not saying
whatever
that.
you just had, and I was like,
I thought it was
okay, frozen
more like.
marg.
I thought it was
Okay.
sweeter and more like milkier than that.
Ah, man, you know I like my tequila and I like it strong.
Yeah, but it
But,
came and it was not that. But anyway, what else happened on Sod's Tuesday? Was that the?
Oh, that was the
extent?
Chinese night, so it all links into one.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So then after that, because it was like 4 p.m. at this point, and we were just like a bit like soulless.
Yeah.
So then my mum was going out for dinner with some friends to the curry house, and we were like, don't really fancy curry after that experience, but
Yeah.
like we'll come for a drink. So we sat in the curry house and had a cocktail. Kind of
That's the
rogue,
first time I've
but
ever been in a curry house and I had a cocktail.
and the cocktail was
That's quite on brand.
mid. It was mid. It didn't have
It was
any
really
alcohol.
sweet though.
Yeah,
I wasn't even mad about it. It was like a milkshake.
Yeah,
I was
it was
happy.
fine.
Pina colada. It had one of
Yeah.
those fancy,
It had a sparkly thing. It was like a, when they
not
put
an umbrella, but like
Yeah,
it looked
the
like
little,
firework,
like-
and I was happy about it. But yeah.
But then we were gonna go and grab dinner at this like little like hut place, but it wasn't open. So naturally, we ended up at the Chinese. Of course. And
The English like Chinese.
Yeah,
itinerary.
literally. And then we got. Bear in mind, we're in full glam as well. We're in heels.
Oh yeah, like we're both in like full floor length dresses and a heel, sat in this Chinese.
In this Chinese.
And there was like no one else in there either.
Because it was a Tuesday. And it was like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were like, okay, let's like, we didn't finish our rice. So we were like, okay, let's just box it. We're definitely going to want it later. And we were like, okay, it's our last night. It's late, but like, we'll just go for a civilized drink. Fuck it. Let's get a taxi into town. Not town, as in like to the like Las Americas area. Let's go to a nice cocktail bar and we'll have a slow drink and we'll have a yap. Anyway, so we did. And it was really nice.
We went to two. So we went to one and then we crossed the street and we went to another.
We got some funky cocktails.
We got some fun cocktails, and these two places that we went to were significantly stronger than the curry house.
Yeah.
So it only took one drink at one place and then one drink at another place before we somehow
It was
ended
1
up
a.m.
back on the strip. I don't really know how that happened.
No. Well,
I do.
no.
We actually rode a scooter, line bike scooter, in full stiletto heels down the street along the beach.
Well,
And then we had to physically pick it up and walk it down the steps because we didn't realize that you have to park it in specific places. So POV, two girls in full floor length dresses in stiletto heels carrying a line bike scooter around Tenerife.
it's like, we got on it
on our last night.
So context. We had, it was like 1 a.m. at the last place, and it was like, we were a bit drunk and we were like, fuck it, it's the last night, should we just go to town? So we start walking, we're giggling, and we spot this. It was literally in the middle of the pavement.
Yeah, it was a
spot this lime
sign.
scooter thing, and we were
I
like,
had the best time though.
fuck it, should we just get on it? So you get on the back, I'm on the front, crouching slightly in these heels.
We're like
4 feet,
squatting.
literally like in second
Probably
position.
the most unattractive
Honestly,
thing.
like
oh
and
my
also
God.
like reading the rules before we got on, it was like illegal to take photos on it, like, and then like all of these
there was
rules.
one point as well, and Mia was going, you were I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, let's just go on the pavement. You were like, no, it's illegal, it says it's illegal at the start. And I was like, I'm terrified to drive this on the road with you, please don't take me on the road.
Yeah, because we went down the front bit, which was fine, and then there was a police car, and I was like, fuck it, we need to start walking. So
that
we
wasn't
walked
the
a little
police
bit.
though, you do know that was the road service people.
Oh.
But anyways,
so then we tried to park it up, and it was like
this is not a parking space, even though there was 5 billion other ones. I don't really know how they work though.
So we were then like looking on this map of like trying to find the parking for this fucking stupid scooter thing. So we're like, then at that point I'm like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna go on the road. So we're on the road. Bear in mind, like, okay, yes,
terrified.
it's like 1:30 in the morning,
You're
but
like,
there's a car.
You're literally like turn around and see
us.
if there's a car, and I'm holding onto your waist like, yeah, there's a car
on the scooter
right behind us, and obviously we can only go so fast on a scooter, and the car's like right up our ass, right behind us.
The
Two
whole
girls,
time.
full glam on this scooter
in second
like,
position,
in probably about
like this.
1 mile an hour,
Literally.
and the car's behind us like, can you fucking drive
in the
please?
middle of
Anyway, then we ended up carrying it, and then we ended up back in the club.
and then we ended up in the club
Had the best night though.
with the by the way, the Chinese stayed on the scoot this whole time. I put it on the the handle.
So we had the Chinese, and then we get to the club, and then we asked the DJ to put it in the fridge in the club, and then we collected it at the end of the night. And then we ate our Chinese.
The only bad thing was, because it was our last night, and like you said earlier with the tickets, when you get a deal with the tickets, you can come back. So what we did the first night, we got this deal of like 4 billion drinks, and then we then used it up for the next night. So we didn't actually buy any drinks. However, this was the final night, and I think it was the best deal we got so far, because I was taking no shit from no one. I was like, I know Spanish, I live here, I'll tell you my house address, like, don't play with me, I need the best deal. And the owner of one of them was like, I'm the owner. I don't know whether he could have just been lying, I don't care, but it was still a good deal. So then we were like, oh shit, we're gonna have to drink all of these tonight.
Well, I wasn't like that. Mia was like that. Can I actually drop some law right now?
Okay, I'm
Every
scared.
single time we got a drink, because I was too far gone, and I knew I was too far gone, so we'd be on the dance floor. And I also just don't like dancing with a drink, because I want to be able to dance. And Mia's like, we must drink every single one on the ticket, because we have to, because we're leaving tomorrow and it's free. Well, girl math, it's free. So like we have to drink all of it. And I'm like, yeah. And we're getting the drinks. And every single time we ever went onto the dance floor while you were distracted, I'd just be like, and put it down on this. No, like I drink most of it, but like it got to a point where I was absolutely steaming, and I was like, I actually can't hack this.
Well, that makes
sense.
So
I would secretly like there'd be like a bit left,
fine.
and you'd be like, ready for another? Because also Mia drinks like a fish, and I can't keep up. So I'd be like, sure, yeah. And then we'd have another, and then also you got us tequila rosé shots. Was that on our last night? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because I was convinced we were getting spiked.
Yes. Yeah.
The whole time, I don't know why that whole.
But then what was so funny is, bear in mind, Mia has drank so much alcohol at this point, and then we get back in the taxi. You're speaking Spanish the whole time. Spanish. She's speaking Spanish the whole time in the taxi home. We get home. I've got a video which I can't obviously share online of her sat on the toilet going, "I've been spiked," and I'm like, I think it was probably the 12 tequila shots that you just did at 4 a.m.
I was convinced.
She was convinced she was spiked.
Because even the guy that gave us the deals, he brought the drinks over, and I literally turned to you and I went, we didn't see him make those. And I literally went,
which was a good
you
point.
need to remake them because we didn't see it and I don't want to get spiked.
That is actually a good point. I don't think it was spiked, but it was safe, and I'm glad that we did that. But anyway, and then we proceed to wake up the next morning, and I am like massively shocked because Mia's in such high spirits and she's physically dancing around the living room.
I'm doing
Meanwhile,
gnarly.
I'm like shaky and a shell on the sofa, and I had less than you to drink, and I know I had less than you to drink, and you're dancing and you're doing the gnarly dance.
I was literally like hardy like a bet, because we bought takis as well.
She mixed takis in with her Chinese and then wondered why she had the shits. And then so she's like still dancing around the room, and then probably 2.5 hours pass, and I come out the toilet and she's just like
head down the toilet,
and I was like,
projectile.
oh. And then it didn't stop, did it?
Yeah, I didn't have it. And that was also the day we were going
home.
we had to then get on a plane. We hadn't even packed. I was packing like this, shoving things in, shoving it all in. There's still sand in my bag, there's sand in my clothes, there's sand everywhere, because I was literally like this. That was a hard one. Yeah,
and then we walked and got the I love big ass t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was like, last day, and he was like, yes.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough one. But hey,
we
go
ended
out in style.
High?
Yeah, I'd say. But that was I didn't realise that was all one day till we just said that whole story. That was, and that's where Sod's Law on a Tuesday comes from.
Yeah, Sod's Law on a Tuesday. I feel like,
because it was a fucking crazy day. Like none of that was real. None of that was real.
No, it was long old day.
Long old day.
Sod's got long old days, doesn't he?
He does. He never fucking quits.
Anyway, so that was our Tenerife trip.
I'm hot now.
Shall we wrap her?
Maybe, yeah.
So that was Tenerife.
Would recommend though.
Yeah, would recommend. It was really
would
fun.
definitely recommend.
Would go again.
We might go travelling.
Yeah. Might go to Asia.
Pending.
That would be fun. Anyway.
Ooh. Anyway.
Bye.